Okay, so as you can see now, with the dark blue paint, I'm now just going around all the edges of it, and then I'll do the swirly detail. Okay, so as you can see, I've basically done some basic swirls, and now I'm just gonna fill them in like I have with this bottom swirl. So once I have filled them in, the veil is pretty much the painting process done. So yeah. Move on to the painting of the corset. That's why I've got this towel down. I thought I'd show you like pretty much the quickest part of the costume, which is obviously half of my arm will be covered in face paint with like bone on one side blue. But I thought I'd show you what I did for the other half. Unfortunately it's not going to be exactly like Emily, but because I'm going to be out and I didn't want my whole arm be covered in face paint, so I thought this was a good alternative. So one arm was obviously going to be in this and the other arm in this, because obviously Emily has one arm all bones and the other one's got this nice kind of wedding-y glove. Look at the picture of Emily. The wedding-y glove is on the right hand side and the skeleton arm is on the left hand side. So basically I will take the left arm from this pack of gloves and the right arm from this pack of gloves, and that's pretty much all I've got to do for the glove sets. So that bit is all done. Okay, so this is the white corset at the moment. It probably looks orange on the screen because of how bad my lighting is at the moment. But basically what I'm going to do first with this kind of light blue, like we did on the veil, I'm going to literally kind of do like slashes all down kind of from the top part to the bottom part, and yeah, and then after that I'll put in some dark blue details, but I'm still going to do that first, then do the dark blue details. And then I'll put the like little rib cage that Emily has on her dress. So first I'm going to do that and see what it looks like and how it turns out. So basically I'm going to just grab one half first and lay it out on the towel like that, and then I'll just start painting down. Okay, so this is what I've got so far with literally just getting in the creases of the ribbon and then going down with the brush. And I can't decide whether to do it coming from the bottom as well, which is what I was going to originally do, or maybe just leave that. So you've still got the wedding-esque to it, but obviously this will be all in dark blue, her ribbon. So I'm going to probably do this to the other side and then decide from there. Okay, so I thought I'd just quickly point out, basically obviously I was brushing it on kind of just really roughly like this, kind of like we did in the veil. And I realised if you add a little bit of water and do it more like this, I actually kind of like this effect better. So that's basically just doing it with the brush, and then this is how it can come out if you use a bit of water and you get different shades and stuff. So yeah, so I quickly just found that out and thought I would show you. Obviously it's not done extremely well, but I am kind of rushing it a little bit unfortunately, but I thought I would show you the whole kind of adding water to it. Actually I kind of prefer a little more than these kind of streaky effects, so yeah. Okay, so this is the corset so far with the first layer of like blue and water faded into it to kind of make it more kind of spreaded out. I quite like how it's come out, to be honest, if you look at it all kind of together. Yeah, it's not too bad. Okay, so now I've got to let this dry before obviously painting this ribbon dark blue. But yeah, so while I'm waiting for this to dry, I'm going to start on the scallop. Okay, so now we've got the blue bit pretty much semi-dry, but the rib cage is going to go about here anyway. So basically what I'm going to do is you might be able to see already I've kind of lightly marked it with pencil, and I'm going to make it into more of a like a kind of a V kind of shape, because I looked at the pictures and just kind of got it to an angle, and then I will paint it and then hopefully yeah, it'll be good. I'll go over it in white. I've lightly drawn on the rib cage with a biro pen, and now I'm just painting, filling it in with paint, like paint. Okay, so this is how the rib cage turned out. I'm going to leave it to dry again because I really need to go over it with white, as you can see, and maybe black again, because unfortunately it's a bit wonky. Okay, so obviously this was the dress I wore for Halloween, if you've seen it on my Instagram, as like the clown, character. So what I'm going to do is, and basically I want this skirt part, so basically I'm going to throw it in the wash and see how this hopefully comes out. If it doesn't, we'll have to think of something else, but yeah, basically the skirt part is hopefully what I'm going to get off of this part. Okay, so I don't know if this is going to be the best idea, but basically I've decided I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to sew this on, and then sew the black roses that are down there on top. So I'm going to do that now while the skirt is in the wash. Okay, so now that I folded the fabric round the edge of the hairband, I'm now literally just quickly hand stitching it all around. This just seems to be the quickest, and it's a bit messy, but easiest method is to get it to go on the headband without gluing it, because I don't want to glue it. So I'm just a bit worried about how I'm going to put the roses on with sewing it, because they're quite plasticky. We'll see. Anyway, I'm going to go all the way along this edge, and then I'm going to cut, obviously I've cut a tiny bit already, but then I'm going to cut along the dark blue edges, and then we should have our veil. Okay, so now I'm going to paint the ribbon on the corset, which might take me quite a while. Also, because I need to be very careful I don't get it on the other part of the corset. So I'm probably going to put probably not tape, because that will take the other paint off. But I'm going to find something to put underneath it, and then carry on painting. And I'm going to leave this it for the corset now. So if I just zoom out, so that's what I've got so far. Obviously it's upside down, but and I want you to be able to see the rest of it in my other video, because I don't want to finish all the pieces in this making video, even though I probably should, but I want to leave most of them kind of unfinished. One, because of time, won't be able to film and upload it on the same day otherwise, but also because it'll make more of a surprise when I show you the costume video. So that's the corset. The veil's done, nearly, except for the black roses. Okay, so basically this is pretty much the finished product. My corset, obviously I'm going to do a bit more to the ribcage, as you can see it's a bit messy, but I've done the dark blue edges and the kind of lighter blue, kind of messy, kind of fadiness to it, and yeah, that's it. Okay, so I thought I would talk you through the tights process, because basically I'm pretty much going to wrap this video up in a bit. But basically, Emily obviously has one skeleton leg and one blue leg. Obviously I couldn't get blue in time, unfortunately, the light blue. I could only find dark blue. So what I've done is I'm going to get some the white tights, and I'm going to dye them. If it doesn't work because of a certain fabric it is, because it has to be a certain, yeah, it's nylon, so I don't think it's going to actually take the dye. So I might have to smush face paint all over it on the night, or use acrylic paint. I don't know. Either way, it seems messy. But also the process I'm not going to do tonight, because there's a likely it's going to not last that long. But so I want it to last at least the night. So I'm going to be wearing these fully, so both legs, and then I'm going to put this over the top and cut one of these legs off. So basically I'll be left with one skeleton leg and one blue leg, but obviously these will be like cut in half, and then these will just be underneath. So yeah, so that was my way of doing Emmy's legs, and you'll see how the whole dyeing thing went, dyeing process, and if it comes out blue. Or I might just go with just wearing skeleton legs if I can't get this to work. But yeah, in the costume. Another thing I wanted to say is I bought some blue dark blue hairspray to go with my black and blue wig that you saw in the beginning of the video. And I won't be spraying it over it tonight, obviously, but I will probably spray it on the night to make it as blue as possible can. But either way, it's got dark blue strips in it, so I thought I could kind of get away with it. And excuse my hands being covered in paint. But yeah, so basically that's it for this video. Sorry there isn't any like proper finished pieces, it's just bits and bobs here and there, because I want to get this uploaded as soon as possible. But you'll be able to see how all the main kind of pieces came together in the costume video that I'll be filming tomorrow, obviously on New Year's Eve. So Happy New Year, and I hope you all have an awesome time, an awesome New Year, and maybe this gave you some ideas of how to do costumes, like bits and pieces of costumes, or maybe it was just fun to watch me fail at things and making. It gave you some ideas to do something, I don't know. But anyway, have an awesome time, and I'll see you tomorrow for my full costume video. So thanks for watching, bye!